It's a beautiful music behind us.
Okay.
Background makes you dance, right?
Yes, I'm gonna start dancing. No, I'm not. Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. I want to start congratulating the only two people I was able to hear listening the idiom of the day. If somebody mentioned that before I arrived, please let me know. But to my ear was Minerva Angulo and Lucero Olivares. Thank you very much for that. Then the list of quotes, thoughts, and words that got my attention, beginning with Antonio Quijas. If you want to have something in your life, you need to act. The changes are built in the actions. Lucero Olivares, one song can open our hearts. Beautiful quote. Elena, I got an expression that is not very usual and I like it, once in a while. It seems very simple, but it's a very good way to open a speech. Luigi, I'm not a liar, I'm a lawyer. I love it, it was so fun. Every reality is supported by actions. For Ruby, I got a not very common word, but very meaningful, polarity.
Yeah.
Yes. Amos, being content is about appreciating the little things.
Yes.
And Salvador Lira, innovative is not a very common word, but a very good one.
Yes.
And when it comes to my suggestions and things to improve, I would start with you, Minerva. I return the voice. It's a very common phrase in Spanish, but if you want to translate it to English, it would be I give the floor to. It means the same, but it's I give the floor to.
Floor.
Yes,
the floor.
I give the floor. Like
Okay.
The floor and the piso.
Thank you.
Daniel Leija. I noticed something that it might count as a crutch, but I will leave that to Luigi. But you tend to not completing the sentences. So you go with one idea and then you jump to another and go back to it. An example of it is, if your parents have you heard. So not to cut the sentence. Lucero.
Yes.
Never knew what was it. Never knew what it was. The order of it.
Okay.
Lucero again. You use the word recuperate when it comes about money. The sense of that word, it's when you are recuperating from a
From the
sickness.
sickness, okay.
The suggestion would be recovered.
Recover.
Being recovered. Yes. Daniel again. Lie in a white way. It is also very common in Spanish, but in English it would be to tell a white lie. White way doesn't work that much. Antonio, you also use a word in a different way. You use the word trajectory. The trajectory is when we are talking about like a missile, the trajectory of a missile. But in your way, it could be path or career. All be aligned, all will be aligned. Okay? When you were talking about finding things along the way, you use the expression in the way you will start. The grammar of it, if we want to put it grammatically correct, it will be on the way, to be being on the way, but not in the sense that you used it. Being on the way is like my bottle is on the way of that page over there. So it's on the way. For you, it will be along the way. You will start catching that. And a pronunciation suggestion. You mentioned don't stay with the E. So try to just say the S. Don't stay without the E at the beginning. Don't stay. Daniel Leija, you mentioned I'm in my period. It would be I'm on my period. For Elena, nobody go to the walk, nobody went with me to the walk. Luigi, when my clients come, I told them, I tell them, because they're physically there with you. Amos, I want more chela. I want more, or I want more beers. Saying something.
It's an
Daniel has a pronunciation substitution. You mentioned we became stationary. When you say stationary with an E, you're talking about paperwork or documents. What you meant was stationary with an A, stationary. Then we have Brenda Callejas. We worked each other before. We worked with each other before. We never worked with each other. For Minerva, in your perspective, from your perspective. Daniel, you do a lot this. You do this a lot.
Okay.
Touch everybody's eyes, make eye contact with everybody, and finally, the goal were complete, the goal was complete. So only one goal. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.